Colombia cannot help kill young Venezuelans because they also have Colombian blood. Period. Colombians who want an invasion in Venezuela are lackeys, killing. Of course, it's understood. Why did they want to kill Bolivar?
They never understood the project of Gran Colombia. They don't feel Latin American. Their flag is not the tricolor. Their flag is the United States if they want to live in Miami, period.
And aggression against Colombia is aggression against the heart of the world. And I call on the world to help us.
Before Hamas lands only to Assad as estamos, I called on the world to turn over to help Palestine now to us because they want to attack us and they are mafiosos. And Trump is believing them.
In the heart, we are Colombia, the great deep Colombia that the commander liberator, Simón Antonio de la Santísima Trinidad Bolívar, Palacios y Blanco, our liberator, founded in the Orinoco. And Colombia knows that we are one, Siamese brothers, and whatever happens with Colombia is with Venezuela, and whatever happens with Venezuela is with Colombia. As a military officer from the Colombian Armed Forces wrote to me 2 weeks ago, if they touch Venezuela, they touch Colombia. We are one nation from the heart.
The president of the Republic of Colombia of being a drug trafficker. He insults him. And with the insult towards him, he insults the people of Colombia, insults the military forces of Colombia.
Colombian congressmen and paramilitarism, already under the government of Alvaro Uribe. And Alvaro Uribe being in negotiation with these peace people, who were the largest drug trafficking group, the largest exporter of cocaine from Colombia to the United States. The European market was still small at that time. From that alliance emerged Angel Gaitan Mahecha. Land laundering, money laundering through land flipping, but a genocide emerged in Colombia, against which I stood, just as I have stood against the genocide in Palestine. 90,000 people died during the period of paramilitary governance that begins. You could continue the investigation. I did not reach Monsalve. Ivan arrived at Monsalve, and Monsalve, as a former paramilitary, declared himself a witness to having seen the paramilitaries, being himself at the Guacharacas ranch.
And that's when Uribe's lawyers began trying to overturn all those testimonies until a magistrate of the Supreme Court of Justice, while searching for a criminal in their calls that was interfered with by legitimate judicial order,
he found that Mr. Alvaro Uribe Vélez was talking on the cell phone and was involved in the problem, I think, with his lawyer, I don't know, of a bribe to witnesses, trying to overturn the witnesses' version to save himself from that process. No, they saw that what the Supreme Court magistrate violated, because the conversation of the one who was expected to be the criminal, which was ordered by judicial order, turned out to be the voice of Alvaro Uribe Vélez, and today they call this privacy. I know I can't get involved in those judicial discussions, but how sad that such things happen in Colombia. We will see if the Supreme Court admits that or not, if there is justice, or if the Toga cartels continue to handle this. Because, and the debate continues there, and I go on, I know I go on, but it must be told because later this will be my accuse. Trying Trump to judge me. This is my accuse, which we are going to complete because we need to gather the books, the data, etc., so that it is known why Trump has been incentivized by the U.S. Senator Bernie Moreno of Colombian origin to clash against us. The United States federal government does not allow Colombian cannabis to be exported, which could have been a great opportunity to reduce these red zones. And now, by opposing even the cocaine issue that kills 3,000, he is promoting that a mafia within the United States that produces fentanyl, which is an industrial product that we cannot produce, be consumed within the United States with an effect that increases the deaths caused by cocaine 30-fold.
Today it reaches a figure of 100,000 deaths a year, and it is it is an annum. People die almost anesthetized.
But look at what happens with the green. The green is that 3 years ago, no, this from the first year, if they had put the money that politicians here distributed into other things, into planting the jungle, it would not have misled Trump. And it is that our anti-narcotics policy and the change in the geography of world demand have already left 1/3 of the coca leaf crops abandoned, which are the ones in the jungle. And the Minister of Justice who left must ensure that it is stated in the next United Nations report. The United Nations has already publicly acknowledged its mistake. They didn't tell Trump that the same one who made this report, the United Nations, admitted it was wrong.
And he tries to tarnish Colombia's reputation just because he wants to keep launching missiles in the Caribbean and want to invade Venezuela.
How could Venezuela be the main exporter of cocaine? Through something they call the cartel of the Suns and abusing their function, the Congress members, because the one who directs international relations in Colombia, the president, tries to revive it when it does not exist. From there, no cocaine goes to Venezuela except from Catatumbo to the Gulf of Maracaibo, a part of what is produced in Catatumbo, and cannot go further because the distances between the Green and Venezuela, which is so close, yet are of abandoned coca leaf crops. It's not that I defend Maduro, it's that Colombia cannot help kill young Venezuelans because they also have Colombian blood, period. Colombians who want an invasion in Venezuela are lackeys, killing. Of course, it's understood. Why did they want to kill Bolivar?
They never understood the project of Gran Colombia. They don't feel Latin American. Their flag is not the tricolor. Their flag is the United States if they want to live in Miami, period.
And they obey the politicians of the United States and not the democratic discussion that the Colombian people should have. Thus, why the people have to take to the streets again today.
We're not making a mistake by speaking to the world from Colombia, because what I am demonstrating was that Colombia is the heart of the world, and aggression against Colombia is aggression against the heart of the world. And I call on the world to help us.
Before Hamas lands only to Assad as estamos, I called on the world to turn over to help Palestine now to us because they want to attack us and they are mafiosos. And Trump is believing them.